Hello! I am AOLiPay, and I like to hop into top-tier air arcade matches in War Thunder, and then personally kill the entire enemy team by myself, because top-tier air arcade is sheer madness. Welcome to my channel! Hey, remember yesterday when I said you'd have to wait to watch me go on some wild F-15 kill streak? Yeah, it turns out it wasn't a very long wait, so I got the new plane right here, and I'm gonna go wipe out that enemy team over there with it. First off, since this is a big flat map, that means radar missiles galore. So I'm going to start by hitting the deck. My enemies are silhouetted against the sky because I'm looking up, but I'm silhouetted against the ground because my enemies are looking down. Huge advantage. Speaking of radar, the F-15A's radar is a dream. Might be my favorite radar in the game. Not like radar missile, but like the radar itself. I've seen a lot of commentators on my other videos ask me how I can get radar lock so fast, and there's a trick I use. With some, but not all radars, if you turn the radar off and then press the lock key while the radar is off, that will turn the radar back on, and it will default the radar to the best settings to lock onto short-range targets. And there will be a really crisp lock. And yes, this does work in realistic mode too. It's great for snap shooting. And this trick works beautifully in the F-15A because the short range lock is 19 frickin' kilometers, so it's great for, you know, like all shooting. This gives you a fast, reliable, no-fuss way to lock onto basically any target. All that praise being said, my first missile here goes way off to the side for no apparent reason. My whole opening pass is pretty scuffed. The servers have been pretty laggy at various times last night, and I think that happened here, and it cost me 2 to 3 opening kills. Or maybe I just don't know something. It's a new plane after all, but this certainly seems like some sort of one-off lag-related thing. Anyways, apart from those 3 guys I just missed, I will get almost every single other kill that my entire team will score for the rest of the match. So it really isn't a big deal. But man, the radar on this thing is so nice. I can easily kill people from all aspects, all angles, all ranges, without dealing with radar settings. I can fully focus on devious strategies. That just opens up a world of possibilities I have yet to explore. Expect to see a lot more of this plane on my channel. Also, since this is, you know, the best plane in the game at the moment, it can't get up tiered. It can only get down tiered because there's nothing above it to up tier it to. I should mention that it's somewhat fitting that my first double-digit F-15 kill streak is on the Lebanon map, because that's where the only 2 real-life F-15 aces became aces. I know the map is called Golan Heights, but this is actually a map of southern Lebanon as well as a sliver of northern Israel. I mean, I don't think the Lebanese coastal city of Tyre is in the landlocked Golan Heights. There is a totally separate arcade map named Golan Heights that actually looks like the Golan Heights. But hey, it's not like mislabeling maps of disputed Middle Eastern territories could ever make anyone angry, right? I'll come back to that in a minute, but hey, do you remember when I said that if I hit the deck, I could face up and then give me an advantage if I have radar missiles? Yeah, that's how I killed this F-15. Well, actually, I shot it with an AIM-9M, which is an IR missile, but, you know, I think he tried to shoot me with the radar missile, he just couldn't get it off the rack in time to be effective. The radar on this plane, again, is so crisp that I've noticed I've been using my AIM-7Ms more than my AIM-9Ms. Oh, and I just accidentally put my landing gear down instead of my flaps up. I thought that was kind of funny. Typos happen. I made a video about that once. I now have these 2 AIM-9Ms blocking my reload of AIM-7Ms, and I don't know what to do with them. You know a plane is scary when its second best missiles are AIM-9Ms? Jesus Christ, I'm gonna kill so many teams with this thing. Anyways, I'm being chased by this F-104, and notice how much faster I accelerate away from this guy after my drop tank drops off. So with this guy, I realized I actually had no idea how much distance I needed to flip my F-15 around to blast him in the face with an AIM-9M without giving the F-104 a window to gun kill me, and that's just because I just got this plane. I'm not super familiar with it yet. So I figured I'd just get to an overkill distance of 3 kilometers and then flip around. In the meantime, I'll just sit here spamming countermeasures. His plane only has AIM-9Bs. Those things chase flares without really needing to maneuver, and I have so many flares. That guy poses 0 risk to me whatsoever. But instead, you know, I found this F4 behind me instead, so I decided to double tap him with AIM-9Ms just to make sure he's dead, and also to get my reload timer going. And then afterwards, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that F-104 is behind me. I probably should have saved an AIM-9M for him. So I just go in and gun kill the F-104, because this plane also has the F-15 has a really good gun. I like it. I mean, obviously you're not going to use it that much. You know, it has this plane has AIM-9Ms and AIM-7Ms. Like, just kill everyone with those, right? This gameplay was filmed after a rather long day, but hey, I wanted to make a video about the new plane before I went away for the holidays. I'll be on a real-life plane by the time you're watching this video. Don't worry, I got some content set to auto-publish next week. It's my dogfighting guide, at least part 1 of it. Y'all will love it. It's funny and it's very informative. And neither the content nor the editing was done while I was half asleep. But thankfully, this was a 6v6 game, so I could get away with killing everyone while half asleep. I mean, if it was like a 15v15 game, I'd be so dead. There's just less to keep track of in a smaller match, and a huge part of top tier arcade, really most of top tier arcade, is just being able to keep track of all of the chaos that's going on. Believe it or not, most of my kill streaks are actually planned ahead of time. I need to be in the right mood to keep track of all of the moving pieces, and then I go in and take out a few teams. I'll often get several teams back to back. My record is 5 in a row, actually. That was with the MiG-21, of course. The rest of the time, I'm just online to screw around. Like, I'll follow the fundamentals and do just fine, but I won't be vaporizing an entire team by myself. Actually, funny story, if you've ever seen this video, the main act there was filmed between 1 and 2 a.m. on a Thursday. And I never take anything seriously at like 1:30 a.m. on a Thursday. This is not possible. That's when you log on to screw around. The troll in that video annoyed me so much because he was so persistent and so toxic, and above all, always online when and only when I just wanted to turn my brain off and screw around. So I eventually got fed up and opened an absolutely unholy can of whoop ass on him anyways. Total spite-fueled rampage. If you haven't seen the video, I'll just spoil the punchline here. I had a faster plane than him, so rather than killing the troll directly, I just ignored him and killed his entire team while he was chasing me, and then I laughed from the other side of the map while he got swarmed because he was the only guy left. Then I wiped out a few more teams in front of him just to prove that wasn't a fluke. Pretty big power move. That guy had never seen me play like that before, and he wound up fleeing my battle rating after I demonstrated that I could. When I felt like it, which I usually don't. It's a lot of fucking work, and sometimes I just want to chill and play the game, normally. The video is absolutely priceless. I'll link it in the this video's end card. Now back to this game. There's an F-15 coming for me. He has very few angles to play to kill me, but he's not playing any of his limited options anyways. He has rear aspect only missiles, and he's up above the terrain. I am faster and have all aspect missiles. So I'm just going to stay out of range of his missiles until my missiles reload, and then I'll turn around and blow him up. He should have used himself as bait until I turned to attack him, let me initiate the fight, and then he could have ducked into the terrain as hard as possible and used the low hills and trees to defeat my missiles. Missiles don't go through hills, or trees for that matter, and if I missed and overshot, he might have had a window to kill me. Anyways, I should probably elaborate on how those real-life pilots became F-15 aces. I didn't really have time in the video to continue that story until now, but someone will be annoyed in the comments if I don't mention the Becca Valley turkey shoot, because it's one of those really famous obscure events that people like to flatter themselves by knowing about. And anyways, the southern chunk of Becca Valley is up in the northeast corner of this Golan Heights map of Lebanon. I'm sorry, it's just too funny. Anyways, in 1982, the Syrian and Israeli Air Forces squared off there for reasons you can go Google yourself. But it was a pretty brutal up tier for the Syrians, and their entire Air Force got abruptly seal clubbed by Israel. A few Israeli F-15 and F-16 pilots farmed enough kills off of the Syrians to become aces, and they're the only F-16 and F-15 aces ever in the world. The Israelis lost no jets, but they did have 2 F-15s damaged by near misses from missiles, which is just what happened to my F-15 here. The damage marker looks bad, but my plane handled normally, kind of shrugged the missile off. Plus the game was basically over, so I just cruised to victory. I even got credit for the final blow. Oh, and I haven't really settled on how to decorate my F-15, so feel free to leave suggestions in the comments. I can't wait to see how this plane performs once I get all the performance upgrades and also learn its quirks a little more. I locked the compressor in this game, and of course I'm researching the A7 next because I don't really have anything else to research in the American Tech tree, and the A7 was saved for last because it sucks. And I wound up with as many kills as everyone else on both teams combined, so that was pretty neat. Although it was still a pretty scuffed kill streak, not gonna lie. Or at least it felt that way to me. And I'll show off the other new top tier planes when I grind them out, or when Gaijin starts giving me test drives, whichever comes first. I mean, it's not like anyone else is gonna show this stuff off in arcade, right? Anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, share the video, tell your friends. Also, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and also Kwanzaa. Alright, I'm going on vacation. See y'all later.